unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get
today from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Operating from the gun, Bennett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he just...
And he's going to go down again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Lance. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets executed, 22-yard gain. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
To try again after the sack. Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Bennett on 3rd down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Bennett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And Lance's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Rolling to his right. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. After the front, Denver score. Leonard Fournette with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive. Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fournette on the counter. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Up the gut, Fournette. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly. You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he? He does. He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and this time he is in. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And now here come the Ravens.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Dropped incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
He'll buy some time right. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Now Lance.
Completes it to Aguilar.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And Brown's got it for a Denver touchdown. first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. They will run it. It's Fournette. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the 15-yard line. Or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdowns.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. Down the right sideline, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here comes Grant on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun, because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Lance now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
It's caught by Aguilar.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage. And
he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Leonard Fournette. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Bennett to throw on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Following the fumble recovery, Lance dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Nelson Aguilar with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. They will run it. It's Fournette. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Bennett.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Fournette, a first down carry. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Looking to throw. Bennett. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Operating from the gun, Bennett. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Bennett now on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goedert.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for the Broncos, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with...
When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got it